Good afternoon. In this video, I am going to present to you the different art forms during the Islamic era. Okay, and we are going to answer how did Islam influence the art before the coming of Spanish colonizers? Okay, so the Islamic is characterized by the geometric designs and patterns. Okay, so as you can see here in the picture, okay, that is geometric designs. Now, when we say geometric designs, it is a fun trend that focuses on the simplistic beauty of mixing the shapes, the lines, and the curves together. And even before the coming of Spanish colonizers, Islam was already well entrenched in the southern Philippines. Islam, that is their religion. Okay? Now, when we say entrenched, it means that the Islam during those times were already firmly established, okay, here in the southern Philippines, here in Mindanao. Okay, so the Filipino Muslims recognize that they belong to an Ummah or a community of believers. Okay, and when we say Ummah, it refers to the whole Muslim world or the community of believers. This design, this one, it is very famous for their faith. Okay, the central to the Islamic faith is the doctrine of or the unity of God. So this belief of their belief emphasizes the impermanence of nature. Okay, the nature is not permanent, and the incomprehensible greatness of the divine being. Okay, so they believe that the nature is impermanent and the greatness of God is incomprehensible. And in the Islamic art, we can observe how artists are influenced by the notion of Tawheed. We will find that the interior of their mosques are covered with elaborate patterning in the form of reliefs to draw the attention away from the concrete object. In other words, away from human forms and the nature toward the contemplation of the divine. So, Tawhid is an Arabic word which literally means unification or asserting oneness. So we go to the different notable happenings during Islamic era. Okay, so we have the first, the Sultanate of Sulu was established by Sayyid Abu Bakr. In November 17, 1405 is one of the accepted dates when the Sultanate of Sulu was established by its first Sultan Abu Bakr Sayyid Abu Bakr Abirin, who assumed the title Paduka Masahari Mahasari Maulana Al Sultan Sharif Al. Okay, so the term sultanate is the territory ruled by a sultan, just as a kingdom is a territory ruled by king. Sultan is the name for an Islamic sovereign. And the second is the Quran. When we Catholics, when we Christians, we are referring our faith from the Bible. The Islams, where their faith or their teachings was solely based from the Quran or their holy text. Okay, so during those times, Quran or the holy text was introduced, and Muslims believe that the Quran or the holy book of Islam was revealed to Muhammad over a period of 23 years, starting with the initial revelation of Mount Hira. After the prophet's death, his successor compiled these divine revelations in a manuscript. And then the building of religious schools called Madrasa. Okay, this is an example of madrasa or their religious schools. So the Arabic madrasa literally means a place of study, and it refers to any school at all, whether religious or secular. Okay, and then the natives from Yakans, Basilan, and Zamboanga were converted to Islam. The Yakan people are among the major indigenous people, Filipino ethno-linguistic groups in the Sulu archipelago, having a significant number of followers of Islam. It is considered one of the 13 Moro groups in the Philippines. The Yakans mainly reside in Basilan but are also in Zamboanga City. Okay? Ethno-linguistic groups. When we say ethno-linguistic, it is a group that is unified by both ethnicity and language. Okay, the Islamization process in Mindanao became strong. So the Islamization of the Philippines is due to the strength of Muslim India. By the 13th century, Islam was established in the Sulu archipelago and spread from there to Mindanao. It had reached the Manila area by 1565, and the Muslim converts established Islamic communities and states ruled by Rahas or sultans. The Islamization of education will help man to learn how to surrender his will to Creator. Okay, since Quran describes all wills of Creator required to develop man's life. So in the Islamization, Quran is the most important criteria of Islamization. And Islam became the religion and as a way of life of people in Mindanao, in Tausug, Maranao, Maguindanao, Yakan, and Samal and Bajau. Okay, so an article that I have read, accordingly, the after more than 300 years of Spanish colonial rule, the Muslims were never conquered, nor they were Christianized. Okay, so that would be all. Thank you so much for listening in this very short video, and I hope that you learned something from here. Okay, so please support this channel by clicking on the subscribe button. Thank you so much, and have a great day ahead.